Hi, in my kitchen, I'm with a very special guest. This is Chris. Bumped into Chris the other day, and I've just been walking down into the village to go to the shop to get some sausages and some bread this morning for breakfast. And I bumped into Chris again on the green in the village. So inviting him back for sausage sandwiches here in the kitchen.
The best. Thank you, sir. I was just sitting on a bench.
Right, you're sitting on a bench.
Strange looks. Who's this man in the kilt?
Now, Chris has got an amazing story, and he's a little bit of a media star himself, social media star himself, for walking the coastline of the UK. And at the moment, he's halfway through, well, 3/4 of the way through that. He's come back down to see some relatives in the village. But Chris, it's been an amazing journey.
Yes, it has.
When did it all start?
So I started on the 1st of August 2017. And the truth is, it was a very simple decision. I'd come out from a surf one day. I was having a bit of a bad time myself. I knew something needed to be changed. So I just looked down the coast. I was living in Swansea at the time. I looked down the coast and just thought, I want to walk that. So I started walking it that day. And as I come back around to where my house was, I just started packing all my stuff. 7 days later, I was gone. So yeah, it's been an incredible year and a half. It really has.
Wow, and you're walking clockwise
Yes.
around the UK.
So I started up the west coast.
Right.
And obviously you go through Wales, which is a wonderful country to walk through, because it's the only place in the United Kingdom that has a coast path running from beginning to end. So
Right.
I had a wonderful start into this. But then I come up through England and things changed slightly there. And then up into Scotland then, where things changed even more. Everything got bigger and wilder.
And so you've actually walked around all the islands there as well?
Well, yes, I'm literally just about to finish. So as I was coming up to a place called Maleg in Scotland, there was a ferry to go over to Skye. And I just decided there and then, as soon as I got into Skye, I want to do all of the islands. Not realising at the time there were 700 of them.
And you've done all 700?
No, I haven't. It's impossible to.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Some of them you just physically can't get to.
Yeah.
But everyone's been making the effort. Fishermen are involved in this, so they've been. I've just had a message today when I get back to Scotland after this little break. To be taken out to an island that's 4 miles off the coast, totally uninhabited, and they're going to drop me off, leave me there for 5 days, and I'll just do my thing.
So how are you living? How do you get food?
For occasions like that, it's all about foraging, really. I can't carry the amount of food that I need to take, and I have my dog Jet, whom I rescued on the way.
I can't believe
she's out there being shy.
Chris rescued a dog on the way round, a malnutrition starving dog, and this is Jet. Jet's here for the sausages as well.
That's why she's in a tamp, because she's only had one so far.
Yeah, that's good. So how many miles have you done so far?
Well,
what do you think?
The coastline itself of the UK is around 14,000 miles.
That's incredible.
I would say so far I've done about 9,000, and that's not including some of the little islands that I've done, because we have been dotting, so it's really hard to put a finger on it. And to be the truth, I don't look into it like that, because when you're doing something at such a grand scale, the more you look ahead, thinking further down the line, it can psychologically mess you up. So I really do have the attitude of just one day at a time, which is how I kind of always live my life anyway. Very rarely do I look up how far I've walked, how much I've walked, how far I've got to go, or anything like this.
And you've been met by royalty on the walk as well?
With Prince Charles at New Year. There's a big memorial up there, and I was invited to come along because I'd done work with him before. So I was invited to come along, so I had the pleasure of meeting him there and all of the locals, and that was in Stornoway in the Outer Hebrides and the island of Lewis. And it's been phenomenal, the response that we've had, because when I started this, nobody knew about it. I was just on my own, thinking, oh dear, here we go, a complete leap into the dark. But when social media is used in the right way, it's a powerful tool. So it's grown and grown and grown, and now it's come to the point where I'm just getting invited everywhere. I do have celebrities asking, can we come and walk with you? I've even had a message from Bear Grylls, So it's pretty cool, I never expected this to happen.
No, and you're raising money for charities?
Yes, I'm raising money for SAFA, and they helped me. I'm an ex-parachute regiment myself, and like many other soldiers, I went through a hard time afterwards. I ended up homeless. I'd turned to drugs myself, as many do. But it's incredible.
Well, this is a journey, not just a journey around the UK, but it's been a journey of your life, I suppose.
It has.
It's totally turned things around.
I wanted to do it for SAFA, Soldier Sailor Air Force Association, because they're very family orientated. They're the longest running, as far as I'm aware, the longest running military charity there is going. They started just after World War II. So they've been going forever, and they focus seriously on the family kind of thing. And I was a single parent, So they helped us through some really hard times, you know. So it was a real no-brainer for me. There's a huge personal part of this journey, and the other half of it is obviously for the charity itself. And they really work hand in hand brilliantly with each other. They really do.
Well, I think it's amazing what you've done and what you've achieved. And you're going back to Scotland soon. Where are you going back to? Where are you starting off here?
I'm on the Uist at the moment, which is just underneath Lewis and Harris, and it's my last Hebridean island, which is really sad because I have just been made to feel so welcome. They all want me to come back and live there. It's a completely different world out there, so it's going to be really sad leaving the Hebrides, but obviously I will be making a return visit when I finish. It's back to the mainland.
I can see you love the head. He's wearing a kilt.
Yeah.
Chris is wearing a kilt at the moment.
It was this is my kilt. This was actually given to me by the Welsh Tartan Company and presented to me in Scotland when I got up to Lewis.
Yes.
It's a Lewis tartan, and I was walking Lewis, so it just works perfect.
Yeah.
I put it on a bit sceptical. I haven't taken the thing off. It's much more comfortable than trousers.
I bet it is, especially what you're doing. Well, it's absolutely amazing to meet you. Thanks so much.
It's absolutely my pleasure.
Let's enjoy these sausage sandwiches
I know.
a bit more.
This is a rare treat.
Now, if you want to follow Chris's journey, he's on Facebook and Instagram. What's your Facebook name?
Chris Walks the UK.
Chris Walks the UK. Follow this guy. It's an amazing story. Still got more to do. Cheers, guys. Thanks.
Thank you. Cheers, man.
Cheers, mate.